Yo, yo, yo. It's Nigel JoJo, and I'm live here in the Bad Ben Studios. By the way, I apologize if it's a little loud. That would be because right there on the side is the DVD duplicate, the Blu-ray duplicator, and I'm finishing up all the Blu-rays. So I figured while I'm sitting here, Mark, guess what? I'm glad you stopped by. Guess what? This morning, Mrs. Biggins and I were driving down in Cape May to the Staples down there to get ink because they had the ink I wanted. And we passed an Ortlieb Avenue, spelled exactly the same as your last name. Just figure you'd like to know that. So I'm sitting here next to the, let me turn the Spirit Talker on. Where the hell is that thing? The hell is it? I don't know where it is. So yes, we went and got ink this morning. You are famous. So as you can see behind me, I have hanging up over here Josh wearing my hips feeling better. I'm getting old. I got Josh over here wearing the FrankenCon shirt. And there's Glenn and that little whore on his shoulders. Glenn doesn't like it. I got the Spirit Talker running. Corey, that's a hell of a nice shirt. Hey, Corey, that Blu-ray company, have you used them? Hi, Colin. Hi, Jennifer.
I can make it cold.
Well, the Spirit Talker just said you can't see that. It says, I can make it cold. Well, it was 70-something degrees here today in April in South Jersey, which is highly unusual. 50s are normal. It's just been a wholly unusual winter altogether. Ugh. Hi, Lori Wolf. You haven't been around for a little while. All right. I'll at least research it a little. 81 in Minnesota. That's not normal, is it? Minnesota. I had to go to a military base once. What the hell was it? It was an Air National Guard base in Minnesota. Is Minnesota where when you come in the airport, they got the grizzly bear in the glass case? Probably going to snow again next weekend. That's how people get sick. That's what my mother always used to say anyway.
Why are you here?
Why are you here? Lori, was that directed at you? The Spirit Talker just said, why are you here? So I'm on the last 2 runs of Blu-rays. And then these. Well, guess what, Colin? A representative of FrankenCon is here right now.
Roger.
So my premiere is at 12 p.m. with your panel immediately after on Saturday. Okay, I think that's about the time it was last year. So somebody that was asking last night if I'll be there the whole time because they want to come. The only time I won't be out at the table is when I'm in at the showing of the film. So that means if it's 12 p.m. Saturday, which I think it will because it starts later in the day on Friday, that means from about 12 until probably about 2-ish, I won't be at the table. Take picture, Spirit Talker said. Corey, did you see that? I told Colin, you see how cautious I am saying your name? I got to make sure I say it right. I told Colin yesterday that I bet you'd get back quick, and somebody did. She had a question. She said the schedule didn't show when my hotness would be showing the film. Things could always change. I could be hit by a truck. He said, Colin says, it said 12 p.m. with your panel immediately after on Saturday. That might be just Q&A or, like last year, I kind of stood up at the end and talked to everybody for about 15 minutes. Doesn't matter, whatever you got. I'm flexible. I'm Gumby, damn it. Hey, Lauren Patricia. So the studio's working out nice. It's nice and comfortable here in the basement. Right over there is where I got drug across the floor in Bad Ben. Up there's that little whore. Battle here. There's no battles here. Spirits. Hi, Tori. Tori's. That was you that sent me the picture of the Bad Ben doll, right? If you could mass produce them, you'd make some money. Abraham just came up on the Spirit Talk. But you're doing that by hand, aren't you? We need to do Build-A-Bear, but we'll call it Build-A-Ben. People can make a fat Bad Ben or a skinny Bad Ben. Can I show the picture? I got to turn the Spirit Talker off to do this, folks. Let's see here. Tori, who's in the room, was making this. Can you guys see that? It's a Bad Ben doll. That's cool. Let me turn back on the Spirit Talker. Knock came up just before it went off. Knock 3 times on the ceiling if you want me, if you love me, if you want me. I don't know. Yesterday, those of you that were here with me, hello, Sable. I'm talking to everybody, but you can't come up here because it's too high. You want me to pick you up? Oh. Sable wanted to say hi to everyone, but she can't jump up in my lap when I'm in here. Be a good girl. Go lay down. Go lay down in your chair. Now she's mad at me. She's going upstairs. Knock 3 times on the ceiling if you want me. Yesterday, we were discussing when I did the 4-hour broadcast, and a lot of you hung around with me. I'm alone here. That's right, because the puppy just went upstairs. We were discussing Bad Ben the musical, and I was converting songs into Bad Ben. Because I'm bad. I'm bad. I'm bad, Ben. You know I'm bad. So anyway, I just got to sit here probably for about an hour for these last. But what I'll do is I'll run through the 10th film, and then I'll put the 11th film in, go to bed. And when I get up in the middle of the night to let the dogs out, because she normally wants to go. I remember Tony Orlando telling the story where, because he had the two singers. He said somebody thought he was Tony, and he said, which one is Orlando and which one's Dawn? What I'm going to do in one of these future broadcasts is I'm going to plug the outside cameras into the feed so you can see printers fully operational, did its job. Now Sable's inspecting the studio. Every time I have a motion sensor light over there. Hello, Sherry, which comes on when you walk by it. And every time you see me, where are you? Every time we come down, Sable immediately rushes over there to set off the light, and then she comes right back. Hi, baby girl. Go lay on the couch. I can't pick you up. You're too heavy. Lay down on the couch. Be a good girl. Oh my God, this face is so cute. Such a cute dog. Digging the new backdrop. Well, this is actually the studio. This is where we do. Usually I'm sitting over at my computer and I do these at night. But I'm here, and I usually don't have all this stuff when I'm broadcasting on the desk, but that's making DVDs. The printer's over there. All the sets of Blu-rays. I keep calling them DVDs now. Somebody once gave me shit because they said they're not DVDs, they're Blu-rays. Which, in reality, a Blu-ray is still a digital video disc. So, shush your mouth. Hi, Eileen. So, you're just hanging out here, keeping me company. The Spirit Talker has said, I am alone here. You see me and prepare. I don't know what I'm supposed to prepare for because we're not having any bad weather. Oh. That reminds me, I got to find some stuff I just bought. It's a long story.
Can you see me?
Can you see me? I cannot see you. Can you show yourself? I would shit right here live if something appeared down here. Can you move something?
Our settlement.
Our settlement. Is this house built on your settlement?
Control.
Control. They're on the site, Dave. Hey, Dave, how's the fundraising going? Dave, why don't you go ahead and post that link in here again? Well, not that link. That's my store. But Dave, why don't you post the link in here for the GoFundMe? All right. Guys, you see that link? Dave lost his daughter earlier this week or late last week. She passed from ovarian cancer, and she has a child and some stepchildren, and that's the link to it. It's kind of long, but if you have a couple bucks, you can throw their way, because unfortunately those things are very expensive. It's expensive to live, it's expensive to get sick, and it's expensive to die. So it would be nice if the Benites could throw a little love the Barnhouse way. He was telling me about his daughter Madison, and him were big Bad Ben fans. So now you have your granddaughter, right? That's the 5-year-old. So that's a little tough. Your grandson. Oh, okay. 5 years old. Sad state of affairs, but hopefully your GoFundMe gets funded, and it always, well, not Spirit Talker, I'm not exactly laughing right now, but hopefully all your needs get met. Five years old. Is he a ball of energy? He posted it. Oh, you know what, Jennifer? It's on Dave, which Facebook are you in here on? Are you in on Bad Ben Movie, or are you on Nigel Bach Facebook? Good evening, Katrina. Jennifer, you're probably on the Bad Ben Movie. What I'll do is tomorrow morning, I'll grab his link. He emailed it to me. If I see, the thing about this program here, it's because it's broadcasting to 3 different locations. It's I can't post the link in here. I mean, if I post the, well, maybe I can. Let me see something. Well, that's no good. It doesn't allow me to.
Wow.
Wow. Let me see. I got it from last night. The problem is I don't think it allows me to post. Oh, here they come. There it is. All right, let me see. I can copy this. Let me see if it will allow me to paste it. Now, if you guys can see that link and cut and paste it, I think you'll be able to. Wow, that cut and pasted a lot. If you can cut and paste that, I don't think you can copy from. Well, you know what? In the individual rooms we're following you. Let's see how this is doing. All right, guys, they've raised $800 of a $7,000 goal. We ought to be able to. I'd like to see that go up, if you can.
The noise was me.
The noise was you. What noise? Let me see here. Help these Benites if you can spare a few bucks. That should put it. I just posted the GoFundMe on the Bad Ben movie page. So let's see what we can
My
do.
ashes are here.
My ashes are here. Where the hell? You know what? There are some ashes down here in the basement. I've got the ashes of. You tell me whose ashes are down here. I believe Dave's daughter was 26 years old. And like I said last night, not trying to be witty or nothing, but the only thing worse than dying at 26 is dying at 25. And she has a son who now Dave's raising. And so, whatever you guys can do. If everyone that follows the Bad Ben Movie Facebook page were to contribute $1, the problem is I think GoFundMe requires you to contribute a minimum of $5. But let's put it this way. If 20% of the followers on Facebook, on the Facebook Bad Ben Movie Facebook page, contributed $5. Introduce myself. I'm Nigel Bach. Who are you? That's the spirit talker saying that. If 20% of my followers on just Facebook threw in $5, they would meet their goal. Beat their goal. It was so mild out today. I actually cleaned up a little bit of the backyard. My God, do these dogs poop a lot. I wish I could find some way to. Children around you. There's children around me. Get the hell out of here. Oh, that one. How dare you? Oh, that reminds me. I'm supposed to record a birthday message for somebody.
You must help.
The spirit talker, folks, I don't know if you can see that, said you must help. We'll do our best. Birthday. Excuse me. Knock 3 times on the ceiling if you want me.
You can trust us.
You can trust us. I don't know if you guys can hear that because the mic's up there, but this thing makes a little bit of noise. But I'm reading what the spirit talker is saying. Nope.
Good spirit.
A good spirit just came up with the spirit talker. Katrina asked, did I have any help with the special effects? Not really. When the chair moved, that was a friend of mine that pulled the chair, and somebody that worked for me. And not to get totally on the downers tonight, but he was 27 years old and died of a heroin overdose. I didn't even know he was, up until the year before he died, I didn't even know he was doing hard drugs. I thought maybe he was doing pot. But one day he tells me he's going to be gone for 2 weeks. And I said, okay. I said, you okay? Where are you going? He said, well, there's no way to sugarcoat this. I'm a drug addict. And he shouts. Is that you shouting while I'm telling the story about you? So anyway, he wound up going to rehab like 3 or 4 times and did him no good. Now, I'll tell you, the irony in his situation. His grandmother was a billionaire. Enough.
Very nasty here.
It's very nasty here. I don't know where you're at. She was a billionaire. Her and her husband were very successful business people, and my friend that worked here was in her 80s. I don't know if she's still alive or not, but the sad part of it is that, she is eventually going to pass, and that would have resulted in, millions of dollars going to the children and grandchildren. And so he was within, at least a decade of inheriting, becoming rich, but probably as an addict,
Jessica.
he would have just wound up blowing it. But I get a call one day while he was at rehab. He got thrown out, and I got a message that night from somebody that he had passed away. Crazy. But, I see how people get addicted to shit and all, because I'm 57, and when I was 50 years old, I had my tonsils taken out. Now, they had been bugging me. They had been bugging me to get them out for a while, but I kept putting it off because I heard it was so terrible when you're an adult. But as long as you follow the schedule of your medications, you'll be fine. Don't try to take a pain pill once you start feeling pain. Take them according to schedule, and you won't feel any pain. I didn't. It was a big nothing. But they handed me oxycodone or Oxycontin. I think it was oxycodone. And a ton of them. And never told me when to stop taking them. So after the first week, I just went to, God just came up. I just went to ibuprofen, and then a couple days later, I had to take nothing. And Cherie is telling us that she's anxiously awaiting to hear back about a great job opportunities. So we're sending prayers and good vibes your way. Positive vibes. Everybody think positive for Cherie. Well, in the state of New Jersey, they had a program. They haven't done it in a while, but I think it was because of COVID, where for 2 years, every other year, they were giving away at the pharmacies in the state Narcan. And you just go in, you don't show ID or anything. You say, hey, I'm here to pick up Narcan. They give you one. So that, the first time I picked it up was right after the kid that worked for me died. But in that week, in a 2-week period, 3 people I know died from heroin. He died. A close family friend's sister-in-law died. She was in her early 20s. And a woman I knew that works at a store I used to go into, her son, 2 weeks later. Well, Dave, in the case of your daughter, I'm sure that gave her some relief. And that's what it's meant for the pain and all. But I've quit smoking cigars twice. I quit once for 3 years, and Albert just came up. I quit once for 3 years in 2010, and then I quit for a year when COVID began. And now I'm thinking, what the hell do I have to hang? I don't have kids. George Burns smoked like 20 cigars a day until he was in his 90s. It's not good for you. I just saw a shadow on the outside camera.
The house.
Over the house. That is so freaky. The spirit talker just said the house. And I'm looking out on the outside cameras over here. And the house, the front of the house, I just saw a shadow go by. We have spotlights on the front of the house. And
He scares people.
he scares people. Who's that out there? Is that Bad Ben? Spirit talker. What shadow was that just went across? Oh, God, I should have it fed into the system. I'm not going outside. If I had this, I've done this mobile before. Actually, I've done it where I've used the camera and I fed it in. I don't have it set up. That camera always moves. That's nothing. That is because it goes in and out of, like, it's trying to focus and it looks like it moves. It does that all the time.
I'm a little sad.
I'm a little sad. But that was weird. I'm looking at what's on the cameras: the back door of the house, the driveway, the front door of the house, and the front of the house, the whole front of the house. And there was a shadow going across the front of the house when I said, "What's that shadow?" But I didn't say house. And this said, the house. That was a little weird. He might be sad because I won't go outside, but guess what? I ain't sad. Above. It was above the house, too. Let me, oh, I can't show you this. Tom Riley would do something ridiculous. WWTR. People ask me all the time if I believe in ghosts and all, and that my explanation is I believe in unexplained phenomenon. I've never personally had what I would consider a paranormal experience. Devil just came up. But I do believe that people have, and they have, it's unexplained phenomenon. Scott, my co-star, has had some weird shit happen, and he's told those stories. When he was on the live broadcast last week, he told about his it was either last week or 2 weeks ago. He told about some weird shit that happened to him. Do you believe in magic? In a young girl's
life.
I had a long life. Is that who's flying around outside, walking around my front lawn? My mother said after my grandfather passed away, he came in the house. I don't know. Holly's had sleep paralysis. Scott's had sleep paralysis. I've had gas. I don't think it's related. Well, I got to tell you, I've one of the strangest requests I ever got was for an autographed Ouija board. So first I didn't want to do it, but then I ordered 10 Ouija boards and I sold them. I signed them and sold them. And when Scott does not like Ouija boards, so I won't use them in any of the films that he's in right now. And I actually kind of put them away when he comes over for film. Well, I don't have any left. I sold them all, but I would have them here. No, well, if you go to church at all, one of the things they talk about is not opening yourself up to demonic things by like doing stuff like that, Ouija boards and stuff like that. But that's actually what the final Bad Ben's going to be about whenever I do that. It's going to be about a guy. It's going to be about Nigel Bach. After finishing the latest Bad Ben film, comes into the house and starts having real paranormal experiences because by screwing around with the occult all these years, he actually opened up a portal. Nope, nothing weird has happened here since I started Bad Ben. The weirdest thing that'll happen is the motion sensors will go off outside, and I'll real quick pop open the camera. It might be the middle of the night, and I see a stray cat out there go running across the lawn.
We won't harm you.
We won't harm you. Colin, the most of our films are improv. One was improv, 2 had a script, 3 had a script, 4 was improv, 5 had a script, 6 and 7 were improv, 8, which was pandemic. The fans did their own stuff. So it could have been improv. They could have written it, and then I would just talk to them. 9 was improv, 10 and 11 were improv. In 10, Eulogy, where it opens up with Scott talking to the camera, saying who he is, Jackson Scott. What's the name?
Children's Terrace.
What was the name of his podcast? Unsolved Till Now. And that I wrote. There was a script for it, but after that, he was so good that we just improv that. So basically what I do is I say, this is what I want to happen. And we do it. 11 was mostly improv. The scene where Nick is reading the tombstones, that was on a teleprompter because he had so much to read. So I had to write that out. Children's spirits came up. Dare just came up.
Dare.
I'm still watching the camera out front. That might just be. Hi, Annie. How you been?
Innocent.
Innocent just came up. Let me see. I'm shutting off the spirit talker for a minute because I want to. Well, that's weird. See if anything. Well, now nothing's happened. Well, there was something. Let me see. But you guys aren't going to be able to see this good. But no, you can't see that. That's well, that you can kind of see. That's the cameras I'm looking at, and I filmed something there, but all right, there it goes again. Well, that's terrible. You can't see that. No, that was written in the script, Katrina. But I ran, I'm sensitive when I'm making, I'm a white guy writing lines for a African American female. So I was sent, there were 2 parts of it I was sensitive about. That was one of them. And Jenna's got a beautiful head of hair, but she She wears a lot of wigs. And I asked how she'd feel about having her hair pulled off, turn around, smack, and say, "Don't you know you never touch a black girl's hair?" And she did that really well. That was written in the script, though. And the other scene was towards the end of the movie when I came into it. She was chained up in the basement. And I asked her mother was here for all the filmings. And I said, "Are you okay with this?" Because, the history of slavery and all and people in chains, I didn't want to take and delve into do something insensitive. And they were both comfortable with it. That's when the Crescent Moon Clown chained up Jetta in the basement, and Tom Riley came in to free her, and she beat his ass. Whew. This is taking some time here. You're looking at right there's the back of the Blu-ray duplicator. The master copy goes in the top, and there's 5 burners at the bottom. That Annie, which I was using, is an app. It's called Spirit Talker. It's called, well, if you type in, like, I don't know if you have an iPhone. I have an iPhone. That's where I got it from. And that's what the folks at Access Paranormal use. So I picked it up. Yeah, you have to pay for it, though. There might be free ones. Excuse me. There's a bunch of them. There's also one that I wanted to try that I have called, I don't know how this one works, but you're meant to use it with your camera. It's called Ghost Tube. Now, I don't know what this is doing. It's listening, it says. I'll have to check this out. But that's the camera pointing at the camera. But like if I switch it around, that's it pointing at me. And it's listening. It's listening. I guess it's listening to me because you can see as I talk, the sound bars move. And when I stop talking, they don't move. So I don't know. I got to do a little bit of. I don't know what the hell I did to it.
I'm not sure.
Miss Barnes is upstairs. She went to bed. This also does talking. It says, "I'm not sure." I shut that off. I got to learn more about it. 74% here. And she's Holly Barnes or Holly Biggins. I'm Nigel Biggins. There is, and it's got to be from the IR, the infrared on the camera. But looking at the house, there are shadows and things flying all over the place, up in the air. Orbs. What the hell is that? Oh, I can't do it. I can't show you it. If I feed that video out into the computer, I need to do a whole different setup, and I'll do it one of these times. I've done it before. Remember when I was out at the well at the side of the house? Let me see let me just see something out of curiosity here. Actually, it would let me try something. Where's this go? This goes directly into the TV. Well, wait a second. No, I can't do it. Well, see what you're making me do here? Hang on. Let me look over here. I don't even know if this will work. This is power. I'm still here. Oh shit, this can't be here. Let me see. See, this shows. There it is. Well, now it says that's out of range. So that ain't going to stay on. Hang on. I got to find something else. Well, actually, I don't need that anymore. Let me try. I'm trying something. Now, this can also be bugs. Watch it stop doing it if I manage to find a way to get this up here. The lengths I go to for my people. Outside. Video capture device. Brio. That's one. Now, if I can, hang on. Now, see, the only thing is when I switch to this, I don't know if you're going to be able to hear me. So you're going to have to tell me if you can hear me. Let me see if I can. All right. Can you guys hear me? You got to let me know. Hang on. You can hear me. Okay, that's good. Let me see if I can put these. It's not what I want to do. Hang on. It won't show both of these. Oh, shit. I know why that is. Hang on. I'm still trying. All right. Oh, you can say it there. Now, I want to. Okay. Now I'm kind of facing it. But on the far side of the house, not the garage door side, I don't see it now. It's not doing anything. There's a lot of bugs flying around, yeah, but over on the far side of the house, opposite the side that I'm sitting on here, there is where I kept seeing. I'm looking at the main camera now. Now, did you just see that? Like where the light is at the front? I can't. There's no way to do a pointer on this, but where the light is on the front lawn that's pointing at the house, a shadow just walked past that. Let's turn on the spirit talker too. Now, what from where I am, I think it's flipped around. There's a tree right here, and that's the garage. And then there's the house above it. But what I was seeing was on the opposite side. You see those three dormers up top? I was seeing shadows over in the trees on the opposite side and also around those dormers, but I see nothing now. In fact, the picture's clear. It might have been because feeding it into the monitor. That's bugs. It's warm out, so we got bugs starting to come out. Play just came up on the Spirit
Play.
Talker. That camera it's up on a pole. I'm looking. I swear to God, something just stood up there. Next to the port, if you follow, because I'm on this side, but if you follow the walkway lights up all the way to the end, you'll see something sticking up. That's a birdhouse on a stick.
Invoke.
Invoke. I would love it if you guys saw something out there right now. Let me tell you something. In the winter, when it's dark early and it would be trash day, I'd take the trash can down up in that top window above the garage, not the double windows, but the single window above it. Sophie or Kat would sit up in that window and look. And that was a bit startling at times. Now I'm just seeing bugs. Now, if you want to see, there's really nothing going on there, but I can show you what the other cameras. This is just some of them. But that now, it didn't flip over here yet. It
Have memories.
Have memories. Is this locked up? Let me try something here. I'm still live there. It didn't switch the outside camera. And it froze. But let me try to add it here. Oops. I crashed it.
There's
Whoops.
a group of us.
Whoops. Hang on a second. I crashed it. I was trying to make it do too much. Now I was trying to bring up all four. Let me see. Let me try it again. All right. That's what I was trying to show you. All right, let me try to switch you back to it. All right. What you're seeing right here is this is four of the cameras. I got them out back too. But at the top left is the front door. Then there's the walkway up to the front of the house. Then there's the front of the house. And then there's the back door. Board. I'm sorry. Oh, board like in wood. The spirit talker said there's a group of us. You know what I think it was now that I'm looking at the iPad that this is on and I see nothing. Part of what you may have been saying was hooked up to the monitor. It was hooked up. It might have just been the monitor. Yeah, yesterday it was given a bunch of names. So there was a car driving by if you saw it. And my camera just flickered. So anyway, let me switch back to here. I could put a camera on the shed. I'm overheating the computer. So anyway, folks, that's it's 10 o'clock. I've been on here for an hour and 20 minutes. So Anna just came up. I'm going to pop out of here. Yeah, I can put a camera on the shed. Like I said, that's not tough. I'm just trying to think of how to, you know what I can, I know what I can do. I can FaceTime into the iPad and take the phone mobile. So, but anyway, I'm going to run here and I'll see you sometime tomorrow. See you. Love you. Bye.